nice.
People don't even know about that.
Family matter after that, you know. So, because there's a lot of adult things that they're tasteful.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of adult things that are just really for certain adults. Not even for so, you know. I am not against the tasteful one, but want to make sure at the end of the day.
Hey, bud, you want to
I still got two children.
Yeah, I want you to monitor this thing.
Yes.
Reserve some things for the husband.
So, what are we doing?
Can you help?
No, I'm good. Thank you. It's all right, girl.
No, yeah.
All right.
Not yet.
I could have worked something different for the camera, not all black. I thought I was like a modeling.
You just don't have access to the control.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not interviewing, that's the thing.
Well, I don't know.
Filming.
Oh, you can do whatever you want to do.
If I knew he interviewed me, I would have something brighter on.
You don't have any of our equipment.
I love black.
No.
I love black too, but I thought I was coming for modeling things. And see, he didn't tell me anything. He just like, come.
Rolling. Action. So, Sonia, where are you originally from?
I am originally from Italy, northern Italy, in a town about an hour west of Venice. It's called Vicenza, but I live in a small town right on the outskirts called Caldogno, which is also, for the one who plays soccer enthusiast, is the town where Roberto Baggio, one of the greatest Italian soccer players, was born. We went to school together.
Awesome. So when it comes to you, how did acting become part of your life now?
Well, it's been inside me since I was a child, but then life directed me in different directions, marriage and other things. But it came a time last winter where I had lost myself. I had lost my identity. I was just the extension of something else. I was my children's mom. I was my husband's wife. I was something, extension of somebody, a business partner. I needed to find Sonia, and somebody got in touch with me. I said, "Have you thought about acting and modeling?" And I asked myself, yes. And I say, should I do it? And I say, why not? And that's how it started. And I'm very passionate about it. I love doing it. I'm very committed. And I want it to become my life every day.
So when it came to acting, have you done other things besides acting? I heard that you said that you do modeling.
I do modeling. I did a runway in July.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a magazine shooting in August, but it hasn't come out. They haven't picked the pictures. I hope one of mine make the magazine. For right now, I'm just trying to get more work. I'm trying to establish myself and get to know people. I'm probably going to do a show in the next couple months. I met another designer, very talented, and she said she will use me in her shows and shooting.
How long you been in act? How long you been a model?
Since July.
Since July.
2015.
Wow. Wow. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the new world of modeling. And so far, as much as the modeling you've done already for this little short bit of time in 2015, has there been any other type of modeling that you would like to participate in?
In which sense? Like?
Meaning like different types of formats like steampunk, lingerie, or bridal dresses, or...
yeah, I'd like to do everything that I can. I don't discriminate.
Mm-hmm.
I could do probably lingerie too, or bridal. In fact, I have, in the next couple months, I've been asked to do a couple bridal show. And
Awesome.
yes, and a photo shoot that I'm going to have in the middle of October. It's going to be a bridal photo shoot too. I mean, wedding related, not necessarily all bridal dresses, but also whatever is at a wedding, all kind of, you know, dress up, like maid of honors and things like that.
Cool. Now, now we're going back to the subject of acting. What type of films do you like? What type of movies do you personally like?
I personally like thrillers,
Mm-hmm.
comic movie to watch, to be in it. I would like to do a little bit of everything because I want to show that I have, you know, I can do drama, I can do comic, I can do horror, I can do sci-fi. I don't want to stick myself to just one genre.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, it was Salt with Angelina Jolie.
Okay. I haven't seen the movie, honestly. But if there's any particular movie project
That I could pick.
that would you pick that you would like to remake, to make it your own, what it would be?
Wow, never thought about it. It would definitely be an action movie. It would definitely be an action movie, kind of like Salt. I'll be probably Town Rider.
And
I like that kind of thing,
cool.
where the woman is the hero.
Have you ever thought about doing other things other than modeling and acting? Have you thought about doing stuff like charity work, or have you thought about doing stuff giving back to the communities, or probably teach other people how to act?
Yeah, that would be part of me. I am a teacher too. I teach Italian at the college. And so everybody say I'm a funny teacher.
Sweet.
So teaching is already part of my curriculum, curricula. And I definitely want to show other people how to do it once I learn how to do it.
And when you look forward on the next several years, building your career up and whatnot, what is the main goal in your mind in the next 5 to 10 years about Sonia?
About Sonia?
Mm-hmm.
I want Sonia to do something Sonia loves. And in doing that, I want to help others too. I want to create a world around me where it gives me satisfaction. So it's not a job, it's like a way of life. And I want to do it for the purpose of being able to help also others. That's what I do with my current job. I have a real estate company. I'm a broker, I own it. And I try to hire people around me, and I don't necessarily hire the best for the job. I sometimes hire who I think might benefit more for the job, and we can help each other.
So your goal with teaching is to help build other people to live and make goals in themselves and their future.
And live their life the way they dream it.
Mm-hmm.
So when they wake up in the morning, they don't have to say, oh my God, I gotta go to work. I want people to wake up and say, I have another good day in front of me because I'm gonna do what I love.
Cool. Y'all got any questions? You want to throw a bowl at her?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, so when you first come into the country, what was your first experience? When you first arrived?
When I first arrived, it's very, very different, I must say, the United States from Italy. What I can remember at first is looking at these houses and say, am I going to live in one of those? They don't seem very strong. In Italy we have brick houses, we have shutter, we have everything, and I remember being very afraid to sleep because there's no shades, no nothing, and I always felt like somebody would break the window and just walk in. You know, the three little pigs, they got the straw, they got the wood, and they got the brick. I always live in the brick, and now I had to live in the wood. So that was my first shock when I got here. I had a little bit of hard time. And I understood a lot of things about American movies because I was watching them and they're fighting, Clint Eastwood movie, and they punch each other and the wall falls. I'm like, how can you fall? Because we have brick wall. You can punch them and they don't fall. And I always thought, that's Hollywood. That's not Hollywood. That's the houses here.
How long have you been in the United States?
I have lived briefly 2.5 years right after I got married, and I lived in California, in Monterey, and I lived in Olympia, Washington. My husband was military, so we were moving a lot. And then I came here 14 years ago, almost 15, and that's how long I've been here.
In New York?
In New York.
Do you return like on holidays or to visit relatives?
I go once in a while back. I do have a house there, so I can go back to my home. I have all my family there, pretty much. I'm the one that came here. Like in the old days, you could say I came from the boat, other than the fact that I came from the plane.
As far as acting is concerned, do you have anything new on the horizon? Any upcoming projects that you...
I am currently shooting, filming a sci-fi horror movie with director John Dobie, and it's called Again. And we're filming this month. I have director Ron Elliott has a TV series and it's called Them Brooklyn Boys. And I'll be filming one of those episodes.
Okay.
And I'm going to start filming another TV series called Call Me. And in this one I'll have a bigger role. I'll be the mother of the main character, so I have a supporting role.
Oh.
And those are the projects already established, already ready to be done. And but I got cast also in a web series that should be being filmed in April next year, and I have several auditions on the go that they already had a good feedback. They say they most likely probably going to call me, but they haven't yet, so I can't count them.
Now, since you've done the acting thing, can you do different voices, act like different accents or imitations and stuff?
Not sure. I can try, but probably going to be funny things. Not really. Not really. I would have to maybe try and practice. I don't know too many accents. I can get similar. See, being European, I could probably, in Italian, sound other accents from Europe. From here in the States, there's this southern accent and Boston accent and I don't know, Brooklyn accent.
I got the southern accent.
I got the southern accent. You know, I could probably very easily pick it up if I try, but I can't say right now. I haven't inside.
You know what? The movie she should watch to get that southern accent, Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, I love that movie. I watched it in Italian though. See, a lot of this movie I watched them in Italy because that's where I grew up. And sometimes I have to figure it out, but sometimes they change the titles. They don't come over with the same name or a perfect translation, so to speak. So you got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
The name here, the name there sometimes, and Matt. Oh, it's the same thing.
I'll get a chance to watch the American version. You definitely will laugh more. Listen to the dialogue.
Did you get started acting during extra work?
Actually, I started acting. I went to an audition, and I got cast as already with a role. And my second movie is called Romeo 3000. I had a role over there too, a speaking role. So my first two acting things, they were both speaking. And I did some extra. I was an extra in the American Dresser with Tom Berenger and Keith David. And I'm going to be an extra next Saturday at LaGuardia Airport for the film Sully.
Who's directing that?
Clint Eastwood,
Oh, awesome.
I think.
What advice would you give to up-and-coming actors, even regardless of age, whether they're younger or older?
All right, I am not the youngest, and I started late. I say if you want to act and you have it in your heart, go for it. Don't listen to anybody else. The only person to stop you is yourself. If you really want it and you really love it, just go for it.
You know,
You only live once.
Marla Gibbs started at 41, I believe, the one from the Jeffersons. That was her first acting gig.
Yes.
And she was 41 years old.
I started this July, my acting, my modeling, everything. And I'm 47 years
That's
old.
awesome. You just started it this year. Look at all this stuff you have coming up.
What's the name?
That's awesome.
What's the name? Started late too in acting.
You've been working. You've been working, girl.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, yes.
Yeah.
Morgan
I really
Freeman.
admire him a lot.
He
I
was
hope
Sesame Street. He was kind of old on Electric
He
Company.
was like 48.
Remember that
years
Electric
old?
Company?
He was like 40.
sort
He
of
was like
similar to
40.
Sesame Street.
He was in his 40s when he started it. He was,
Yeah.
Then he did a movie with playing as Malcolm X.
Malcolm.
I don't remember that.
Isn't
It
Malcolm?
was a shocker because not a lot of people knew that.
Malcolm X wasn't the other Morgan Freeman maybe, but it was
Denzel Washington.
Denzel
Yeah,
Washington.
Denzel Washington played
I
Malcolm
watched
X.
that movie. It was very good. I
Oh.
Very
really
long
enjoyed it.
too.
What's his name? Van Peebles.
Mario Van Peebles?
Yeah, he played Martin Luther King. Not Martin Luther King. He played Malcolm X and Ali.
Wow.
Yeah, Will Smith
I
play all
can't
these.
see him doing that.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman, I admire him a lot. He's one of the people I admire. I hope I'll get to work with him eventually.
Who influenced you besides not? I know Morgan Freeman's one. Who else influenced you to be an actor? In acting.
In acting, ooh, when I grew up,
Mm.
Tony Curtis.
Oh, okay.
Jerry Lewis. I love Doris Day. They were my heroes.
Classics. Yeah.
Classic. Audrey Hepburn. I always look upon her. When I grew up, I just wanted to be just like her.
I take it you watch American Movie Classics channel.
Sometimes I don't watch much TV right now. I'm very busy. I don't really have a lot of time to sit and watch. But yeah, if movie comes up, I'll definitely enjoy them.
What's like the most fun memory of childhood days? What stands out when you were growing up? Fun, something that's really happy fun.
That's really happy.
Yeah, childhood days. What?
I don't know. Being home and running around with my friends. There wasn't all this. I remember being alone most of the days. I grew up very poor, but nothing was missing. Didn't have any toys. I only had a Barbie doll, whatever. I don't think it was a real Barbie, but kind of handicapped. My dog took a bite out of it. But hey, it was fun. It's all we had. We will make it.
It was
we
fun to watch a dog make a meal out of a dog.
See, we didn't have any. And we would play with marbles on the ground, and all I can remember is just other children being free all day and running around and not worry about anything. Like right now, don't go here, don't go there, come back, I need to take you. It's just pretty much It's a lot of fun running around in the fields and play.
Awesome. Well, it was great interviewing you. And you have made your first reel.
Thank you.
And cut. Actually, I'm gonna play it back.
Action!
So good afternoon, Terrell.
Good
How you
afternoon.
doing? Good. All right. I wanted to ask you to tell me something about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm born and raised here in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York.
And well, I was raised also in Suffolk County, Long Island, and Wyandanch and Wheatley Heights.
Good. And tell me about your work. What is it you're doing right now?
Right now, I run my own multimedia business that caters with the plus size industry and also media entertainment. It's called Raw Curves Media LLC, and also I created a show that caters to the plus size industries of the artists, entertainers, and entrepreneurs called Curvypreneur, and that's pretty much what I'm doing now. Do photography, videography, TV studio productions, and well, like to be behind the camera.
So in your production right now, what are you currently doing? What's the show you're working on?
The show is called Curvypreneur, and right now I was previously the first host of the show for the first season. So right now I'm in the working process of making the second season with a different hosts that's going to be hosting. I'm pretty much going to be doing stuff behind the scenes. I'm not going to be hosting the show. Pretty much going to be doing stuff hands-on, and also maybe once in a blue moon I might interview people at events and stuff like that. Do several different event interviews, and pretty much looking to try and make the show to be what it is for the plus size industry, especially for upcoming people who are willing to be, looking to be the next model, makeup artist, stylist, or fashion designer, or the next mogul.
Yes. There are very famous actors lately to be seen that are plus sizes, and they're very much likable, and they're very much fun.
You got your Rebel Wilson. She's a wonderful woman. You got Melissa McCarthy. She's dynamite. I love that woman. You got yourself. You got plenty of different actresses.
That shows that it's not a one size industry.
Yes.
So what leads you to this kind of business, to cater to the plus sizes? What is in your heart? How did you came to this?
You know what? You're the first person to actually really ask me that question. Exactly why am I doing this? The thing is, ever since when Monique really put the plus size world on the map by building the confidence, self-esteem, and the abilities to expand their horizons in the plus size industry, is pretty much that looking for that opportunity like many other people are doing for the different type of plus size people. I've looked into wanting to become the first ever plus size multimedia business that deals with the plus size industry and only with the plus size industry. I feel like that we should be involving more into acting, more into entertainment, more into media, social media, because already the fashion world is already booming. It's extraordinary. Full Figured Fashion Week, you get your New York Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week 2015 made an extraordinary show of plus sizes. And also, you have Ashley Stewart and Lane Bryant doing their thing in 2015 when the plus size industry brought in the plus size angels and what was that thing that they have going on? Plus is equal.
Plus is equal. Yeah.
And you know, these type of things that's going on for the plus size industry is always great, because I'm excited to see that the plus size industry is doing more things, because that who else would do it?
Correct.
And you have many people who criticizes what's going on in the fashion world. Why isn't fashion being more catered to the plus size women or plus size men? And why aren't the people who deals with movies and media dealing with the plus size people? Now I'm starting to see plus size people doing acting more, hosting TV talk shows and whatnot. And like recently, Cedric the Entertainer was a host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Right.
That was fascinating.
That was-
And you know, you think about all the stuff that you had people in the past, Jackie Gleason, you had John Goodman, you had Roseanne, you had John Belushi, you had Fats Domino, you had Ella Fitzgerald, you had many people who are plus. It's just that not a lot of people would think of. Mabel King, Del Reese. You know, you have big names who are full figured or plus size, but the thing is, do we actually, you know, bring out the opportunities so everybody know who these people are? So we're looking for you to really be you, be happy with yourself, and already that the plus size industry is already out there. It's already fascinating. Why not do more?
Perfect. Perfect. So, do you have any upcoming show other than the one you're working on?
I'm actually in the works of doing like events, pretty much involving the plus size people, because like I said, we need to start catering more for the plus people, not just by fashion, but other things that are necessary, because there's other things that other people can do. I've seen people can actually beatbox better than I can. I can't beatbox worth a damn. But you have people, plus size women can dance much better than a smaller person can. But also there's people who could sing. There's a lot of big people that can sing. Yeah, Gerald Levert that could sing, Luther Vandross. You even had Fantasia before she lost the weight.
Yes.
And you know, you have those brilliant voices, especially this one particular woman in mind, Miss Sonia Elise Freeman, who I call her the plus size Phyllis Hyman. She's a wonderful woman, and I've listened to a lot of different voices. Even in churches, you got beautiful, full-figure women singing their souls to the Lord. But what else can we actually do that we haven't done yet? So now it's about that time for like the rest of the year for 2015. We only got a few months left of the 2015 season. Why not start bringing in different types of projects, ideas for 2016, 2017, 2018, and so on. So it's about that time. We need to start seriously work on making things happen more, instead of doing things little by little, but also do things in a much grander stage.
So, do you, in your company, in this, do you have funding? Do you need funding? How does it work? Did you fund yourself in all this project?
I pretty much, the funding is one of those things that a lot of people touch on. A lot of people either borrow from the bank or, you know, hustle to just make money to make their business work. Me, I work a 9 to 5. Yes, I work, and pretty much it's hard enough to try to make ends meet, trying to run a business and also pay rent, pay a car note, bills and stuff like that. But I worked my behind off just to make my brand the way it is. And times I will look for any other which way, any other circuit to actually help fund the business, but also looking to build other clientele, clientele is who caters for, hey, Bobby, donate a few things my way or make things happen for the business, because we're looking to make other things to go on. Are going to cover different events and or probably not just be in New York, but also be in other states. Last year, I've already had Raw Curves Media to go to Los Angeles, Boston, and Atlanta for 4 events. And pretty much that year, 2014, was the year of Raw Curves. And it made an impact for 1 year. When 2015 came, Raw Curves Media made a total difference. So now, 2015, creating a TV show here in Brooklyn, New York, where I was born, and looking to try to make Brooklyn more into the aspect of the next Manhattan, if you will. But I don't want it to look like Manhattan anymore.
So you got all this project, that's good. I heard you do reality show too.
Yes. Just did I actually did a project. I was helping with, actually I was bringing an idea to a woman by the name of Catherine Schuller. I talked to her about an idea for another type of fashion production. She liked the idea first, and we came up with, she came up with the title, because I had a different title for the thing, but she made it simple and it made perfect sense. Countdown to the Catwalk. So when we were working together on putting that production together, it was rough for several weeks, but we ended up getting it done in one day. 5 hours on a weekday. Was a Sunday. May 24th, 2015 was to me, it was one of the busiest productions I ever done. I never done anything so heavy. It was just like Rip the Runway meet Project Runway. And when you look at having yourself to put together a fashion show within 5 hours to get ready for showtime for a 1 hour fashion show, it takes a while. And then we managed to make, it was a big turnout. Well over 50 people showed up that day. And usually the studio could hold up to 25. But who else? Who was counting? Oh, staff was counting. But it was one of those projects that it was yay and nay, but at the same time, I actually thought about, like, should I do it again, or should I wait for next year? But we'll see how that goes.
So you have.
But I actually do have other reality show projects in mind. But that's gonna be in the work. As long as I got my new crew, we're gonna be working things together. We're gonna make stuff happen. I got me my new, I call him my young bro, my little bro, Adam B. Smith. He's the new member of Raw Curves Media as a videographer and a photographer, and also one half of the new season 2 of Curvypreneur. And he's also going to be accompanied by Sandra Elise Freeman.
Congratulations on all this accomplishment.
Thank you.
So, what do you have to give as advice to people that won't follow in your footsteps?
The main thing is, if you want to seriously take yourself seriously, and if you want other people to take you seriously, do yourself a favor by taking yourself seriously. Because the one thing you want to do is accomplish your goal. Your goal is to pretty much make other people see that you are serious. Seriously enough that you're all about your business. The business of you building yourself. Yourself is to be who you are. You are who you are. And that is you. Because pretty much that no one else is going to build you unless you build that map, that plan, that business plan for you to make stuff happen. Nobody is going to help you unless you want help. It's not wrong getting help. You know, because I needed help. Times I mess up on certain projects. You learn from your mistakes. That's everything. And it's part of life. If you're not catering to wanting to learn, actually take the acceptance of constructive criticism, then you're not made for the world that you're supposed to be in. You want to be part of the world, you got to bust your ass, you got to work hard, you got to focus, you got to put your drive in the full gear, and also look at it as the learning experience of a lifetime. If you don't want to learn, you shouldn't be in school, because this school is not made for you. School is not made for everybody. College is not made for everybody. So pretty much put your ducks in a row, see how it goes. It's all about you.
Thank you, Terrell. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
with us today.
You're welcome.
Cut.
But when you do, you get that 30-second of just singing and the camera's on you. That's what I want. That's what I want. I really want that. So I gotta see how I can get on somebody's movie just singing in either in a lounge or a nightclub, or where the spotlight is on me and I'm just singing. That's what I want.
Hey, you know what? Put that cup and bag down. Let her interview you.
You want to interview me?
Yeah.
Remember that movie with Queen Latifah about the basketball player, like 4 years ago?
Just White?
Just right.
Yeah.
You would see a guy say, sit up in the basketball game, sit up and shut up, lady. That's my friend. I got him. We were doing extra work. The Italian guy.
That was you?
That's my friend, right?
Your friend said that?
Yeah. I got him that job. We were going, we do extra, 3 days extra. So I'm like, let's go. Going out there to New Jersey. And they just pick him and they said, we have a couple lines for you. And he gave me $0 today for that.
Wow.
Just so that. Sit down and shut up, lady. It says live.
You interview
Oh, I'm interviewed from sitting down? Oh my gosh, this is new. I'm gonna be thrown on a bunch of firsts.
Yes, you are. So be ready. Show up.
Oh, hold on then. Hold on. If I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna have to be there with shoes.
No, don't show my shoes, please.
Nah, your feet not shown.
Just show my
Okay,
waist
just
up,
in case,
please.
I'm just gonna make the right
Okay.
shoes. You know?
All right, let me put some lip gloss on since we're doing the interview.
Let her get her reel
How's
on.
my
Get her reel on. Get her reel on. Yeah, check this out. You get a difference.
feet are so bad. Queen Diva, thank you for coming here with us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, Queen Diva, talk to us about yourself.
Well, my name is Queen Diva. I was born here in New York City, Astoria, Queens, by way of Jamaica. And I've lived in Houston and I've traveled all over the country. I am a vocalist, a songwriter, teacher, mentor, and beauty queen. And right now I am working with Raw Curves Media. Shout out to Terrell. We are getting ready for season 2 for Curvypreneur. And I'm going to be one of the co-hosts. So I'm really excited about that and glad to be here today.
So, talk to us about this new program that you're going to be the host on.
Well, I'm going to be a co-host.
Co-host.
The other co-host is going to be Adam B. Smith. And right now we're actually formulating some really exciting ideas on what we're going to do and talk about in season 2. I'm excited because myself as a Curvypreneur, I own Divine Voices Media, which is an inspirational promotions, life coach, career company. And I've had amazing clients over the years, and I'm just really excited to interview other people who are just like me, who are just striving to be successful at what we do and making a difference in our community and the world.
Perfect, thank you. So, this is your upcoming project. What are some of the projects that you have done that you want to tell about that brought you to this point?
Well, you know, I met Terrell online. Facebook is my friend. Can I say that? Facebook is my friend? Facebook is my friend.
Facebook is everybody's friend.
And I met Terrell on Facebook, and he had heard about me doing a Phyllis Hyman tribute. And I have been working on it for the last 3 years here in New York City. I debuted it at the Metropolitan Room on July 6th, which is actually Phyllis Hyman's birthday. It's just been a passion of mine. I've always been told over the years that I look like her, that I sound like her, and I just really want to bring my show to Broadway. So he heard about me, wanted me to be on his show. So I said, sure, but we kept going back and forth. We wasn't able to connect. We finally connected and got on the actual show, Curvypreneur. And I talked about the Phyllis Hyman tribute. It's called Strength of a Woman, the Phyllis Hyman tribute. And it's something that is so near and dear to me because I love R&B soul music. And Phyllis Hyman was just the epitome of that. And every time I sing her music, I just feel warm and tingly inside. And those that listen to me really feel as though Phyllis is in the room. I researched her music, I researched her life, and it's just a joy for me to share her her music, you know, just her legacy. And so I'm excited about taking it to some other places. I have been performing here and there at small little venues. In this December, I'm actually going to be taking it to the Norwegian Cruise Line. A really awesome lady that I know, her name is Carrie Rice. She does the annual fashion couture fashion show, and she asked me to present just excerpts from my Phyllis Hyman tribute. So we're going to be doing that in December. And if anyone's interested in TV Land to join us, you can just email me at divinevoicesmedia@yahoo.com, and I can give you more information about joining us. We're going to do the Cruise to Nowhere, which just kind of cruises around the harbor up to Nova Scotia and back on December 11th through the 13th. And we're going to have a blast. So we're going to have some great fashions by Carrie Rice of Fresh Anointings Clothing and Carrie's Closet. I'm, of course, going to sing songs from a Phyllis Hyman tribute, and we're just going to have a wonderful time. So that's the big thing I'm gearing up for December. And my ultimate dream is to take it to Broadway. I have been singing off-Broadway, off-Broadway, so now the goal in 2016 is to take my Strength of a Woman, the Phyllis Hyman tribute, to Broadway.
So let's give a shout out to Queen Diva and wish her the best to bring it to Broadway. If somebody out there is hearing this, please contact Queen Diva at
divinevoicesmedia@yahoo.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Was you just vocalizing Phyllis Hyman?
Yes, sir.
You know what? You know, it's crazy. You was vocalizing. I was actually thinking about her music earlier today. You know, it's just like sometimes you listen to some good music, but her voice was just one of those voices that you will always remember. And well, my name is Terrell. May I ask who you may be?
Well, my name is Queen Diva, and yes, I was vocalizing a Phyllis Hyman song. I love Phyllis Hyman. I'm actually preparing to do a Phyllis Hyman show, looking to take it to Broadway.
Oh, that's awesome. So, most definitely a goal. And Phyllis Hyman is, I know she'd be thrilled to see that type of tribute.
You know, I think that she really would be blessed because I think for many years when she was struggling in her career, trying to be seen and heard, she just felt like she was overlooked by her record label, by her, you know, just opportunities within the music industry. And she had a lot of inner battles too. She had bipolar disorder, so that mental illness really weighed her heavily, which led ultimately to her suicide. So that was in June 30th, 1995, which is 20 years ago. And 20 years later, there's people that are still mourning her death.
20 years?
Yeah.
It's been 20 years.
It's been
Wow.
20 years. So I just feel like now's the time to bring it to Broadway and, you know, share her music, share a little bit about her stories, because a lot of people are still mourning. And it's just time to have closure and just enjoy her music and stop mourning her passing, but embrace and celebrate her music.
That's right. That's definitely right, because without, you know, if people continuously mourn, she's just going to be wondering whether or not will they continue on her dream. But also people who love her music, like yourself, vocalize that vocal very well. So, can you sing some of her music?
Of course.
You know what? We're going to put this to the test. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the live production in Brooklyn, New York. Curvypreneur presents Queen Diva. I'm out. And there you go.
I think you got it.
We got it. Okay, so we do it again?
Yeah.
I think you actually got the shot.
There
You
you
did
go.
it good?
That's up for the stuff.
Make sure you bust that no. I almost said the other word by
Action.
mistake.
I know, and I was like, you need to
Action.
shut up. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
What a day, what a way to behave. Will I win, lose, draw, or be safe? But my mind says go, but my heart says no. Sweetheart, should I look to the past to remind me? Should I take such a step? Would it bind me? Should I put all these things way behind me? Ooh, my love, I've had plenty of time to think over it, plenty of time to mull and reflect. There are things to alert me, so that he would not desert me. Should I go on and try or forget it? Life is short. Will I live to regret it? By your glance, this romance does say, let it, sweetheart. I've had plenty of time to think over it, plenty of time to mull and reflect. There are things to alert me, so that he would not desert me. Should I go on and try or forget it? Life is short. Will I live to regret it? By your glance, this romance does say, let it. Ooh, my love. So be one, be a fool, and go ahead and fall in love.
Alright, nice. You sound like her.
Yeah, she's very strongly influenced, very strongly.
I can hear it.
I think that was the song I was going to put.